sort of honor those 50 mornings, I thought we would do a class of favorites. So I've talked to folks and just heard what's your favorites and also my favorites. So let's start with a short chi massage. So inhale your hands up your right side of your belly and exhale down. And so I'll do your mirror image. So inhale up and then exhale down. So waking up our bodies. Take your right hand and float it up to your heart center and just sort of soak in the warmth of your hands. Let's also have your thymus gland here. It's good for your immune system. And then slide your hands right under your collarbone. That's the beginning of your lung meridian. Maybe you're so tired of hearing me say that, and we know that it's the beginning of our lung meridian, so give it a little love, and then we'll go down the inside of our arms, and then lift your arm a little bit up and down the outside, and then bring your arms together and slide your right hand down. So now do the same on the other side. So a little love to our thymus, land and all these lovely acupressure points. Then to the beginning of our lung meridian. And we're going to go down the yin meridian, which is the flow of the chi, and then up, kind of lifting up our arm to sort of help our lymph nodes under our arm. And then let's just take a breath here with our palms over our lungs. And then glide down the outside. And then you're going to go in the back to your kidneys. As you rub your kidneys, do a little hip wiggle. Loosen up your hips. And take a breath in. As you exhale, glide your hands down the back and outside of your legs. And then let's just take a breath in this forward fold. So take a breath in and exhale. Now taking your hands, give your ankles a little rub. And then glide your hands up to inside, up to your knees. Let's give our knees a little rub. And then glide up and inside, and back to our belly. And closing your eyes. Drop your awareness into your belly. Now invite your awareness that's in your belly to now drop and sink into your feet. And let your feet just sink into the earth, like you're sending roots down. Shift your weight a little bit to your heels. Soften your tailbone. Soften your chest. And as if there's a thread of white light at the very top of your head, let that thread lift you up, connecting you to the heavens. So your lower body is rooted, sinking into the earth. And the crown of your head is lifting you up to the heavens. And take a slow, deep breath so your belly moves away from your spine. And a slow breath out as your belly moves back towards your spine. Another slow, deep breath in. And a slow breath out. And turn your awareness inwards. And notice what you feel. Then opening your eyes, let's start with kind of warming up our neck muscles. We'll start with the wise owl, turns its head to eliminate fatigue. So here's your owl arms. So start with your feet just a little bent, shifting your weight back to your heels a little bit. Take a breath in. And as you exhale, rotate your thumbs so they point away. So you stand taller and your chin goes over your shoulder. Inhale to center. As you sink, exhale, stand taller and look over the other shoulder. Now do this at your own pace with your own breath. And just sort of enjoying that sort of stretch in your neck as the wise owl turns its head to eliminate fatigue. Inhale as you sink. Exhale, stand a little taller. And maybe when you exhale, turn your chin a little bit down toward the earth. See if that changes the stretch a little bit. And we'll finish up with one more on each side. And shake it out. And then take your hands, whatever's comfortable for you, to sort of open up your chest, right? Depending on your mobility. Tuck your chin in, lift from the crown of your head. And then on your next inhale, inhale your right ear up to the heavens. And on each inhale, breathe into those muscles on the side of your neck. Now, invite your shoulders to drop. So taking your breath in. And then if it feels right today, do a little circle with your chin. And see how big or small, or fast or slow. Dropping your tailbone, dropping your shoulders, and circling your chin. Let's go the other way. See what happens when you bring your teeth together, if that changes things. And then drop your chin to your chest. Let's take a breath in. Drop your shoulders as you exhale. Now lift your other ear up to the heavens. And with each inhale, breathe into those muscles on the side, right? Just breathe it in, dropping your shoulders. Maybe in through your nose. And exhale out your mouth with a. And then try those circles. Today I'm trying like a spiral. I'm just getting a little bit bigger each time. But see what works for you. Maybe explore the range of motion or not. And then go back the other way. And then on your next exhale, drop your chin down to your chest. And then roll your head up. And then shake it out. And then stick your feet a little bit wider than hip. Your feet just a little bit bent. And let's just turn from our hip center waist. Letting your arms be really happy. Almost like we're getting kind of close to May Day. If you've ever gotten to enjoy like a May Day, so like a maypole. So those ribbons are your arms, your spine is the pole, knocking on our lower back, our belly, knocking on our chi belt, knocking on Ming Men, that acupressure point straight back from your navel. I'll take your front hand, I'll give those lung meridians, beginning of our lung meridian. And then if it feels right today, up and over on your traps. Bunch of gallbladder, acupressure points up here. Our gallbladder, believe it or not, is sort of connected to decision making. And then knock it, drop down to your front of your collarbone. And then drop down to your chi belt. And then maybe looking over your shoulder, a little more twist. And then this is my favorite, which is the same movement, but we'll drop into, it's called water waves. And just let your hands swirl. Feel your feet rooted to the earth. The crown of your head lifted up. And then gently slow it down. Then with your feet a little bit bent, lift up your arms. And then open up your chest. Look up. And then as you exhale, round your back, tuck your tailbone under. So inhale, opening the front of your spine. And exhale, Flexing it. So open it. And then exhale, bring your chin towards your chest as you round your back. Let's do one more. And shake it out. So a favorite of some of you is transform a plucked star into the Big Dipper. So taking your right hand, ideally kind of back by your kidney, but wherever is comfortable. Take your left hand as it faces forward. Now put your awareness in the palm of your hand. That's our Lao Gong point. That's where we kind of just, whatever this means to you, pull in energy, send out energy, right? So pull in as you take a breath in. As you exhale, you're going to cross over down right to the kind of outside of your shin. And then you're going to sweep up. And what you're going to do is you're going to keep your feet rooted and you're going to twist. And this is where you get to pluck. Pluck your favorite star. Now keep your feet rooted, twist. Now I'll move back so you can see a little bit better. And then you're going to twist as you kind of pull that star through the Milky Way. And then you come back to center. Now you've, with that Lao Gong point, connected to all that starlight energy, right? You're up in the Milky Way. Take that energy and you're just going to invite it down. Just as your hand hovers an inch or two, just enjoy that energy of that star, all those stars. All right, we'll go the other way. And this time we'll do it with our breath. So inhale, connect to that Lao Gong point. Exhale, cross over. Inhale, sweep, pluck. Exhale as you pull it through the sky, twisting. Inhale with that star just to center. Now exhale, the fun part. Here's the star energy. Whatever energy you could use right now. Let's do one more to each side. So inhale, exhale as you bend over. Inhale, sweep up, pluck that star. Now just turn. Inhale as you turn up to center. Now exhale is where you take that starlight and just like a little shower, star shower, starlight shower. All right, so one more. Connect to that Lao Gong point in your palm of your hand. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, sweep around up into that sky. Pluck your star. Turning as your feet are rooted. Turning back to center. And then on your exhale, and then just notice what you feel. Then opening your eyes. Take your knuckles and we'll kind of open up our hips and pick a spot along your spine. What's going to happen is you're going to move your hands up and down your spine as like a little massage tool. So as you inhale, you're going to push your hips forward as you kind of push your knuckles into your spine. So exhale. Now as you inhale, move your knuckles. And just going up and down your spine, pushing into them, pushing your knuckles into about an inch on either side. Maybe go down to your tailbone. So, kind of opening up our hips. Lots of acupressure points right down there, all around our sacrum. So now that our hips are kind of starting to open up, we're going to take this same kind of up and down movement. We're going to do, it's hard to decide which serving tea, but serving tea is certainly on the list of favorites. So I thought we'd do two-handed serving tea today. So your palms face the heavens, picturing those Lao Gong points again, right? So they're holding these cups of qi. And your intention is to keep the qi in the cups, but most important is listen to your body and your flexibility today. You're going to glide your hips back as you bring those teacups to either side. And then push your teacups back. And then come around in front. So glide your hips back, keeping those teacups facing up to the heavens. This is the hard part, right? And then around. But none of it. No pain. No pain. Or pain, no gain. So listening to what your shoulders have to say today. And then see if you can sort of tap into effortless effort. And think of this really as a moving from your center. So as you push your hips forward, just kind of your arms follow along. And let's do one more. And then sort of wheel it out. So we'll go the other way. So palms forward. And then inhale behind. So down. Let your breath just be natural. As you kind of open up your shoulders, your hips. And shake it out. And then standing with your feet wider than the hip width apart, bring your hands in prayer. Do a little rub right in the middle of your chest. And take a deep breath into your belly. And then do a little sink in your knees, whatever feels comfortable. And we'll do swimming dragon. So you're going to shift your weight over to the left while your hand's coming over to the left. But your head looks the opposite way, and then you come to center. Now shifting your weight the other side. So your head's going opposite from your arms. Now the goal is that your inner arm sort of push towards straight, keeping your palms up. So shifting your weight. Much more important is that your palms are facing upwards. So shifting. Come to center. Let's do one more now. Really feel the pressure in your hands. Feel the power in your hands. Looking over the other shoulder. And then my favorite part is the swimming part. So moving from your spine, right? So your arms are just kind of going along for the ride. Now sink down. Here you are, the swimming dragon, going into the depths of the sea. Now the dragon comes up. Just enjoying that movement in your spine. And then up. And then bring your hands to prayer. Let's take a breath in and a breath out. So let's do this one more time. So this time sink a little deeper. Shifting over. As you come to center, what happens if you drop down? Feeling what feels good in your body today. So keeping that inner arm, kind of pushing on your inner arm and seeing its flexibility. So sinking, bending both legs. Let's do one more on each side. And then moving just from your spine, swimming down as low as feels right today. And then now feeling the energy as it's coming up through your upper back, now your neck, on top of your head, and come down. Let's just do a forward hold. And release your head and your neck and your shoulders. And the muscles in your back of your legs and your lower back. And then roll up. And then shake your arms. Shake your legs. Relax your jaw. And then what happens when you shake your knees? And shake your butt and your quads, shimmy your shoulders. And my newest favorite is you're going to take your arms like this, right? And shake, maybe laugh. And exhale. And closing your eyes. Notice what you feel. And then opening your eyes, bringing your hands right below your belly. And have them a couple inches apart. And put your awareness on those loud gung points again. And imagine there's like a beam of light joining those two loud gung points. And as you pull your palms apart, imagine that beam of light expanding. Now as you come together, imagine that beam of light condensing. So inhale, expand. Exhale, condense. As you inhale, maybe stand a little taller. And as you exhale, sink. As you inhale, shift your weight a little bit to your heels. Stand taller. And then exhale, shift your weight to your toes. So inhale. And notice between your palms. Just notice what you feel today. And taking this same movement, we're going to expand it. So as you bring your hands apart, you're going to glide your hips back. Now tuck your tailbone under, back of your arms. Come together as you roll up, right about your collarbone. Drop your elbows and push forward. And then stand taller. That's the whole movement. The very first flowing movement I learned, I've been doing Qigong for 15 minutes ever, and it's called Embrace the Tiger, Return to the Mountain. And I just did this movement and went, I'm in. So may you enjoy it half as much as me, and you will adore it. So take a breath in. Exhale, glide your hips back. Inhale, tuck your tailbone under as you roll up. Exhale, drop your elbows and sink into your knees. And then inhale, stand taller. So embrace the tiger. The tiger is your sort of inner power and vitality. So just embrace it. Turn to the mountain is your sort of inner stillness, your inner peace. So inhale. Inhale as you roll up. Exhale, push past any limitations. Inhale and gather and bring that to your center. Let's check in. Now let's bring your hands apart and together. And just see what you notice. So let's do embrace the tiger, return to the mountain again. So take a breath in. Exhale. Inhale, roll up. So as we do this movement, let's sort of tap into that Wu Wei, which is effortless effort. Tapping into your vitality while also tapping into your inner stillness. Exhale as you glide your hips back. Inhale, roll up. Exhale, pushing forward. And then gathering. And take a moment to turn your awareness inwards. And see what you notice. And let's do this one more time. And I'll be quiet so you can just sort of tap into the effortless effort. Let's do it one more time. And then float your hands up and float your hands down as you expand that chi ball we were looking at before and enjoying before, and then condense. So inhale, expand, exhale. So we're going to take that same flowing movement. We're going to glide our hips back as you float your hands up. Then rotate your palms as you stand tall. Then glide your hips back as you float your hands up. So with our intention, put your awareness in your Laogong points. As you glide your hips back, you're going to expand that chi ball and now connect it to the energy of the earth. Now stand taller. Put your awareness in the middle of your palms. Glide your hips back and now connect to that yang, expansive, inspirational energy of the heavens. Now you've collected energy from the earth and the heavens, and now you're going to invite that energy in a chi shower called showering chi. So inhale, gather from the earth. Exhale, stand taller. Inhale, gather from the sun and the moon and the stars. And then exhale, bring that shower of chi. Gathering that energy of the earth. Gathering that energy of the heavens. And just chi shower. Let's do it one more time. Now standing with your feet together, we're going to do the same movement. We're going to keep standing vertical. So inhale as you connect to the energy, the heavens. Exhale, inhale. Now we'll bring your palms together and pull all that energy down into your heart center. So this is Kuan Yin's closing. So we'll put that all together. So inhale, connect to the light of the earth. Exhale, rotate your palms. Now inhale, connect to the light of the sun and the moon and the stars, and bring it together to a single candle of light. Now gently invite that light into your heart center. Give a little rub with your knuckles right there in your heart center. And give gratitude for all that you have. And give gratitude for all that you are. And then send this light out to someone that could use it today. Now send the light to all four corners of our lovely planet Earth. Now pull that light back into your heart center. Drop your fingertips down to the earth, honoring the earth for all that she gives us. And then back of your hands together, pull that light up into your lower belly. And then pull it up to your heart center. And then gliding your hips back, offer up all that you have for the greatest good. And then rising your hands at our heart center. Give another little rub. Take a slow, deep breath into your lower belly. And a slow breath out. And thank you for joining me this morning and all the other 50 Monday mornings together. Thank you.